Hello everyone, welcome. Adams from Jet Pestridge. Welcome to another Sim Market Spotlight review for under 5 minutes. And today we're taking a look at Simbit World's A Pilot's Life Chapter 2, which was developed from the ground up from version 1, using the experience and knowledge that they gathered in the 4 years for developing and maintaining it. It's priced €36. There is a link down below to the add-on where you can go pick it up. I highly recommend it. I'm already giving it a 5 out of 5 stars. And it was released in 2022. This software simulates the career of a commercial airline pilot. It generates your schedules, tracks and scores your flights, and rewards you weekly according to the type of contract you have, and does so much more. And in this video, we're going to quickly go through what all of this means, how to get the most out of it, set it up, and utilize it. I currently am in the middle of a career cargo pilot life. As you can see, I am a first officer. I've got 2,800 experience points, and I've just been given 5 grand because I came from version 1. Now, please be aware that your career in version 1 does not transfer over to version 2 due to the logic and the career model that they've implemented. But if you head on down into the settings here, you can actually apply your username. You can even import your flights that you've done, but it won't register your career alongside this. But for doing that, not only do you get the achievement of you are a supporter of version 1, but they give you 5 grand on top of that. So thank you very much. It is totally worth doing that. So I've just been given 5 grand. So I've now got $6,364 to play with. Now, when you first start this up, you are given 5 grand, okay, to begin with. And it's really good in the fact that it does give you the sense of achievement for completing flights and progressing through the ranks. You have there is a massive range of real-world airlines. If we go to the job market here, you can actually see this is based on real-life airlines with real-world routings as well. There's over 500 airlines and over 280, sorry, not 28, but 280,000 up-to-date real-world routes. So basically, this is the continuation of version 1 with version 2, and it is compatible with all the major flight simulators: Microsoft Flight Sim, P3D, X-Plane, and FSX, all versions. It's a total new career system as well, and it's based on pilot ranking and ratings. There is a new job market logic, which is impacted by the community, so there is kind of a virtual currency economy going on. And there is new ways of getting contracts that will also impact your salary. So when you first start up, you're going to be asked to give yourself a name, and you can upload a picture, and then you're not going to know what to do, because there's no sort of tutorial built within this to sort of say, click here, click there. There is a PDF to go and read, and I recommend reading it. It will tell you everything you need to know. But for those who don't like reading, this video is going to serve that same purpose. So the first thing you want to do is recognize that you've got 5 grand in your bank and go, way hey. What you won't want to do, though, is just go and blow that money. So in order to start using this, obviously, first off, you need to be hired by an airline, and you need, like in the real world, an appropriate license to be able to fly the aircraft you're going to fly. Now, everything you can find is in the shop here in terms of items you can buy to invest in yourself. I don't recommend buying any of this stuff just yet. First thing you want to do is go get yourself an aircraft license before you've even got a job. Now, you can afford basically any aircraft license here. So if you wanted to start straight away into a 777, you could. If you wanted to start small like I did and go with the Cessna license, it's only going to cost you $2,000, which means you've got some money left over to play with. And the Cessna license is good for all of these variants. It even tells you the operators who operate all of these planes. So if you've got your eye on a particular airline that you want to work for, you can go, ooh, they do operate the Caravan, so that's good. You can basically choose any license. Now, I recommend just getting one license to begin with. You know, don't spend all your $5,000 like I did and get multiple licenses. I got a de Havilland license, I got a Cessna license, and recently acquired an ATR license. But just get one license. And if you want to make it more realistic, start from the ground up, get your Cessna license, because that's the kind of plane that you train in real life. And make some money with that first. Have some fun with a smaller plane before progressing up to the big boys up here. But if you don't wish to and you want to start straight away, it gives you that option, because a 747 is exactly $5,000. So if you wanted to straight away do that, you could. But I recommend starting small. Now, once you've got a license and once you've got a job, which you get from the job market. Now, I didn't know this, it didn't tell me this, but down here, these job offers, you are pre-selected for a job down here. So if I was to go, let's say, for Empire Airlines, and I was to scroll and look for Empire Airlines down here, look at the job, and then try to apply it by ticking the plus button, it wouldn't actually offer me the job, because I've already been pre-approved. It's already going to give me the job, so I don't need to apply. So have a look down here. If there's any of these that you fancy doing, then you can actually sign up straight away to one of these jobs. Or you could go, actually I want to work for, Cargo Jet Airways. You can apply for here, and in about 24 hours you'll hear back from them about your job. Once you have got a job, I would then say it's time to go fly. Do a few flights according to the schedule they will give you. So I've got, let's tick off these, a Cessna, we're just going to activate the Grand Caravan, because currently I am using the Cargo Master Grand Caravan in my career, so we'll just activate that. It will generate a series of flights. So I work for Mountain Air Cargo at the moment, so they're giving me a load of jobs here, and there's quite a lot of them to do. Now, you've only got a week to do these jobs, depending on the type of contract you get. So if we go look at my contract, what I've got right now, there are 3 types that you can choose from. If we scroll down here, when you get hired, it asks you what kind of contract do you want to be signed up to. So the first contract is basically a no worries contract. You have, no worries. It's a worry-free contract. Basically meaning you've got no targets to meet. You can fly as little or as much as you want, and it won't impact how much you get paid. How much you do get paid will depend on how many flights you do in that given week. Payments are sent out Sunday night, Monday morning. So from that Monday to Sunday, however many flights you've done, that's what you'll get paid for. Now, if you fancy moving up a little bit faster in the ranks and you have a lot more time on your hands, you can go for a hours targeted contract. Now, this means you have to meet the target of at least 5 hours flying in a side of a single week, which sounds really easy. If you do that, you will receive a 10% bonus to your salary. Basically, you've done good work, they give you a bonus. But if you don't meet that 5 hours in a week, they will take away 10% of whatever you have earned in that week. So really make sure that you have the time spare to put 5 hours a week inside the simulator. A lot of the early Cessna flights probably only last for like an hour, so you might have to do 5 flights. Or you could choose the number of flights target. Now, this one is probably the hardest to do. You have to meet a target of at least 10 flights a week. Now, if your flight is 5 hours long, that's just one flight. So the flights vary in length from about 30 minutes up to multiple hours. So really make sure you have the time spare, because if you do complete your target, you're going to receive 25% bonus to your salary. So if you earn £1,000 in that week, they're going to give you an extra $250 on top. And that's pretty good. But again, if you don't meet your target, you get deducted minus 250. And it says here, if you do not complete any flights within 1 calendar month, they will sack you. So each week you must be flying. If you skip a week, you go on holiday, don't worry, you're not going to get fired for going on holiday. But if you haven't flown within 30 days, bye-bye. So once you've got your contract and your license, you are now free to generate your schedule. So all you have to do, like I said, is come in here. I'm doing cargo ops, so they're just going to give me cargo jobs. I can choose short, medium, or long, or we can go for all. We generate, and here is my schedule for this week. So this is the schedule for 7 days. If you don't like this one, you can ask them to regenerate it, and it'll give you a load of new ones. Now, the airline hub for me is Lumino, so I could come down here and actually select an airline hub, and every flight would always take off from Lumino first, and then you'd get the return back, and then it would it looks like it's sending me out to St. Croix, and then I do the return back, and until the schedule is complete. And once you've completed your schedule within that week, you're done. And like I said, on Mondays, you'll get paid, and it will show not only as an email, but here, down here. So that is basically how you utilize this awesome add-on. Like, it's really fun, okay? It adds another layer of enjoyment and immersion. And if you combine it with GSX, and I also use AccuFeel, which gives, real sound foils to my aircraft, I get a really immersive experience. Now, I also use AIG traffic here, like we've got AI planes flying around, but you can also go on VLIGHTSIM and fly on there. And if I don't have any, VLIGHTSIM traffic, basically, if there's nobody flying around on VLIGHTSIM, basically what I tend to do is I could either use Pro ATC, which is an offline, traffic, and it would integrate with my AIG perfectly, and it would, give me radio call outs and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's an automated thing, it's a robotic thing. But what I could do is I could actually go over to Live ATC and start playing real world ATC traffic from where I am. So I'm in San Juan, Puerto Rico at the moment. So this is Center Oceanic that I'm listening to right now in the sim. Obviously, if no one's talking, you don't hear anything. I'll put that aside, but if they do start talking, we will hear something. So
25, change to my frequency 12422.
There you go. So just to sort of go, we're going to go through all these settings here. Like I said, if you have got, let me turn the ATC suddenly down. There is a volume slider on it. So if you have got a Pilot's Life version 1, I recommend importing that in. Don't have to import the flights, but you just sort of put your license in here, and then you'll get $5,000. You can have a dark theme or a light theme. I like the dark theme because I don't like my eyeballs burning. There is a tool section here where you can actually generate a flight. It's a random flight generator. So even if you're not doing the career and you fancy a flight but you don't know where, you can generate a random flight. There's add-on recommendations as well. So, it sort of ranks them in the rating as well, but sort of like, it's kind of Microsoft influence, though, I would say, because there is an installed add-ons for Microsoft section and a checklist with all the Microsoft planes only, which is a bit biased, but it's pretty good. If you need a checklist for a plane, you can download that. If you don't know if you're new to flight sim and you kind of don't know what you're doing, it gives you a recommendation of add-ons to utilize. Like I said, it's Microsoft influence though. So, but there is X-Plane, and other ones here as well. But it's pretty cool. You can also get the expansion pack, which is a separate purchase, and it gives you real call outs, announcements within your plane. So if you're flying a commercial airliner and you want to hear that, you can purchase this for an extra €10, and it's pretty cool. There is a report section where you can generate your report, and it will tell you how you are doing in your career. This is where I got that $5,000, but as you can see, I'm kind of at the bottom end here of my accounts. It really does give you a really good analysis for how you're doing, so you can actually track your career. You can see what you've been spending your money on, and what also how much you've been getting paid. I mean, look, I've been getting paid dog shit compared to real world pilots probably, but at the end of the day, this is a virtual economy, a virtual pilot career add-on. It is fully immersive and really fun, and there's also a community section where you can go and meet friends, and if there is somebody that you wish to friend, you can literally send them a friend request and collect a series of friends down here. There is a shop, like I said, so once you've got your aircraft license, which we're going to go buy one now actually, I'm going to get the others, because this compiles a few planes that I'll probably like to fly in the future, like the PC-12 and the Saab 340. So I'm going to purchase this. It's $2,000. These are all the operators that utilize all these planes. The DC-6 is there. There's quite a lot of licenses here, so we're going to purchase that. Now I own the license to fly those planes within this app, so I'll be getting more job offers as well for those planes. Now, once you've purchased a license and once you've done a few flights and you've got a bit of money in your bank, I recommend investing into yourself as well. So I've got, let's see here, £4,300. Okay. Now you can spend it here. There is actual, tells you what it is. So I can do some training for situational awareness, which will give me a bonus of 0.25% XP, in my career ladder. So you go through the ranks based on XP. Each flight, it will basically track you and send you a report of how you flew that aircraft. Everything from how you started it up, to how you flew it, to how you landed it, to how you shut it down, and you'll be given these points based on that. If you don't do it correctly, or if you crash, obviously points are deducted, and at the end it gives you a final score, which is translated into experience points, which helps you rank up through the years. You start off as a junior first officer, so I've recently acquired the first officer here ranking, and my next ranking will be senior first officer. Now I'm also kind of doing a career mode in the virtual pilot life, which is something I came up with back in 2016, separate to this, but I've incorporated into it, so I actually will have to wait until I meet the rank of captain. This might beat me to it, but I basically won't proceed until I get the rank of captain within my own. So anyway, back to the shop. Like I said, you can invest in yourself, so most of them are XP based, so this will give you a boost in XP, but some of them are dollar based. So if I had $5,000, which I don't at the moment, I could get some financial education. And then the initial investment will give me 0.50% in money every week. Okay, so if I had $5,000, I could use that. There's ones here for $10,000, $100,000, $150,000, $200,000, $400,000, $500,000, and obviously these are investments into getting more money. So really, if you wanted to earn more money, you could invest in these, and if you wanted to earn more XP, you could invest in these. It's probably best to do both, but at the end of the day, it's not a requirement to do any. You do have the ability as well to skip flights as well. So if you're not too happy about the schedule you've been given, you can actually, once we generate it here, you can once I accept it, I could actually skip up to 5 flights a week. So if I don't like this first one, I get rid of that one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I would start down here instead. It tells you what kind of aircraft you'll be flying. So if I accepted this schedule, I'd be flying a Caravan and an ATR. So it'd be quite an interesting week here because I have a mix of planes. It really is up to you when you decide to proceed. It does do a slow sort of ranking through the career that you have, but at the end of the day, if you wish to progress faster, you could always invest in yourself, and if you invest in the XP, you will get quicker through the sort of first officer to captain. And if you wish to get more money so you can get more licenses, you can invest the money in that. Basically, that is it. I really do recommend it. It's really fun to utilize, and I've been having just so much fun with it. It's a tracker as well, so you just use it in the background when you're in your sim. It runs in the background. You don't have to worry about anything, and it will give you a report at the end once you shut off your engine. Anyway, this video's gone on a bit longer than 5 minutes, I'm sorry. I just wanted to give you sort of a how to utilize it, how to get the best from it. I recommend just getting one license and sign up with one company and work your way up through the ranks from Cessna to 747, and you'll have a great time doing it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget, I give away 50 euros of Sim Market vouchers every single month away to one lucky viewer. All you have to do to be in with a chance to win is be a subscriber to my channel and leave comments down below in any one of my videos of flight simulation, and at the end of every single month I go live with a vlog and announce the winner. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.